Beloved, Just Pearly Things has turned Black YouTube inside out, girl. Cause I got some juiciness to tell you about this boy. I know you was looking for Married at First Sight. If I have time, I'll do the part that I watch. It was boring. All that extra stuff to me, they could have just cut to the men doing their little performance. Okay, I thought all the men were good, but anyways, I haven't talked to you about Just Pearly Things in a while. So I've been catching up and I've been following and I've been listening. I've been So let me tell you what happened, right? So you heard about the Just Pearly Things, this white girl that went to the UK, hired poor immigrants coming from Africa for cheap labor. And then she had this Nick Fuentes guy on who is a known racist and anti-Semite. And she was saying all these crazy things that black people over exaggerate slavery and slavery wasn't so bad and some other stuff about the H. You got to be careful about what you say about the H. I'm surprised her channel is still up about what she said about the H. The H with the Jews and all them people, the untouchables. hmm so so now the black YouTuber, 99% of black YouTubers was like, no, this is wrong, so on and so forth, right? So then one of the people that used to work for her, Sarah Garvey, exposed her about these contracts that she basically had them working on a plantation. So I'm gonna catch you. That I'm gonna catch you up. It's Thursday morning. Good morning. I did watch a little bit of Married at First Sight. If I have time, I'll come back and talk about it. I want to thank you for your love and support. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you for those of you who did my 6 types of women men should never marry. I did that yesterday. Today I'm going to do on short women never marry. Of course, all coming from my book, 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet. Be sure to check that out on Amazon and leave a glowing 5-star review for me. All right, y'all. So Just Pearly Things, aka Plantation Pearl, Miss what they call her, Pasty Pearl. She struck Sarah Garvey channel for like 6 or 7 and was trying to get his channel taken down. So basically, a lot of YouTubers kind of band together, made support videos, make posts and stuff like that. And so he got his channel back like yesterday or the day before. So he's going to do a live today. So one of the black men that's on YouTube that's defending Just Pearly Things has gotten into it with this other girl. I ain't gonna call no names, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm telling you this story. I'm not gonna call any name. First of all, any black man on YouTube that's defending Just Pearly is a cool one guy. I really liked him. I was very surprised. I was very surprised. But they need a lot of these black men. They need white approval. Okay. So what happened was Plantation Pearl had attacked these 2 black girls. They're YouTubers, right? So a couple of people had messaged me and said, Janice, can you do a video in support of the black woman because she's attacking them, so on and so forth. So I was watching the videos and I was like, there was something that was just not right for me, right? First of all, I basically stay by myself. I have my cousin girls, Chloe, Aubrey, Kimberly reviews. I think that's it, right? That I basically stick with. We review the shows Married at First Sight, Kamisha reviews and stuff like that. I really do not venture outside of those girls. Because one time I did that, even though my spirit was like, and I went against it, and y'all saw what happened. The witch came for me, okay? So I said, I don't know, something don't feel right to me. Something just feel a little off. So I told the person, I said, no, I ain't gonna do that, but I'm still watching and see what's happening, right? So, and the thing, one of the girls that kind of threw me off was she would do her videos, right? She would do her videos, and the camera would be like this, where she's showing her thighs. And so the dress is like that. Sometimes she would roll the dress up so we could see the. I never understood that. I'm like, well, why is right? Or she would have the dress and but the thigh is in the video. And I'm like, what in the world? What? If you're sitting like this, right, and you're doing a video, shouldn't the camera be up here, not like trying to catch the thighs? Like when I'm sitting in my living room, if I push the camera out enough, you could see my thighs. Even here, if I could go back further enough, you could see my thighs. But why am I showing my thighs when? Well, anyways. So I was like, oh, no, some kind of feel strange. The spirit is not speaking to me. Anyways, so this black guy that I didn't know about, allegedly he doxed the Thai girl, okay, that's showing her thighs, and says she used to be a stripper. I said, that's it. I knew it. I said, I knew it. I knew something was off. Like my spirit wasn't just. So now she's used to be a stripper and is now on YouTube telling women how to be feminine and criticizing women about what men want and what. So anyways, I don't care. People do their content, whatever. Everybody have a past, so on and so. So what happened is this other big YouTuber, I'm not calling any name, but if y'all been following the story, you know who I'm talking about. This big old YouTuber black man who flew all the way to the UK to talk to Just Pearly Things, while us, the black girls, is here trying to grow a channel. They didn't come to Jersey to see us grow her channel. She went all the way over to Pearly Things, and then Pearly Things give him her to kiss. And when people was telling him what Just Pearly Things said, it took him 2 days to get his emotions together to come out and say, no, Just Pearly Things, this was wrong. You messed up. You shouldn't have said that. And for him to actually, unjoin relationship with Just Pearly Things, because he was starting to lose views and subscribers and stuff. So he had to tuck his tail between his legs and come out and speak against Plantation Pearl. That's what I call her, Plantation Pearl. So at the end of that video, this big black man YouTuber told the people, these are the black women you should watch, because apparently these black men who are big YouTubers, I mean 400,000 and 500,000, they're not supporting the black women YouTubers, right? They're not showing us love. They're showing Plantation Pearl. So at the end of his video, he said, these are the women you need to listen to. They are in the manosphere, right? They're red pill women, right? So at the end of it, he said this one girl named, the Thai girl. So then a few days later, he had to come back, maybe a week later, he had to come back and say, no, I had to pull my support from the Thai girl, because the Thai girl made a video of this guy who is second generation, I believe he's second generation immigrant, right? He did a video defending Plantation Pearl, that what Plantation Pearl said was not racist. And I really do believe black men say that because they want her to come on their channel and help them to grow their channel, or tell her people to tell. Because there's no way, as a black man who has experienced racism and your ancestors has been through slavery, there's no way for you to say that's not racism. The only people I will overlook are Africans that's just coming here because, they're still being colonized, versus those of us that was stolen from our land. We know the history, right? So this retired police officer, he's a retired police officer, second generation immigrant, right? So that means his grandfather came here, had his father here, his father had him. I believe that he's second generation. Well, the Thai girl is going to say she don't want to hear nothing from this second generation because he's not an ADOS. ADOS is American Descendants of Slaves, right? So American Descendants of Slaves, I believe that's what it means. Or like my husband, he's born here, generation, his mother traced their lineage back to slavery. Versus me, I'm an immigrant. I came here from Jamaica, but my kids are first generation Americans, right? So Lexi's first generation, little Michael's first generation. Little Michael's children would be second generation. So this Thai girl is saying immigrants don't have anything, that she don't want to hear anything from immigrants because we don't know, and so on and so forth. And that this black man who's a second generation, who's a black police officer, She won't hear nothing from him because he ain't got nothing to say, and they're not you know, ADOS or descendants of slaves through the United States. Now, to me, that's kind of crazy, right? Because even though we're immigrants, we basically, our story's similar. You know, you got your generation got dropped off here while they took our generations to the other Caribbean countries. And I learned that they brought the most rebellious slaves to Jamaica. That's probably why I am the way I am. I don't put up with the BS, okay? So, anyways, they've been going back at it. This girl, the Thai girl, also said that Nigerians and Africans need to go back to their holes and they need to go to hell and stuff like that. So, girl, Black YouTube is in an uproar, right? So then this big black man YouTuber came out and said, no, you can't, you know, I'm pulling my support. I told my people to support you. And that's not right what she did. Let me tell you what she did, right? This retired police officer, there's a video of him where he stopped someone on the highway. I think it looked like a highway. If it's not a highway, it was a freeway. You know, a freeway has maybe 2 or 3 lanes. It looked like a highway to me. And so he was dragged down the highway, y'all. When I saw the video, my heart jumped up to my mouth. I was like, oh my God, there is no way you could watch that video and not be compassionate about this police officer being dragged down the highway. She made the video, was laughing at him. No, I hear nothing from no man. The hell don't I? This is no, she's on YouTube teaching women about being feminine, femininity, how to get a man, and you know she's supposed to be red pill and woman, and you on YouTube, and everybody, all the Black YouTubers, like, hold up now, that was wrong. No matter what happened, that's not something. That's like somebody's died. He could have been killed. And everybody's like, listen, this is wrong what you do. So, girl, Black YouTube is in an uproar. Now, the officer, I'm not listening to him because if you defend Pearly, you are a coon. But I can still be compassionate and say, oh, no, this is wrong. Oh, my God, that's not something to laugh about. Oh, my God, I'm so compassionate. You know, now, you know, a lot of Black people have issues with cops. And I think we as people of color, we need to separate that, right? Because a lot of us have police officers in our family. I have cops in my family. My stepfather's a police officer. My nephew, I have 2 nephews that are police officers. They're not my real nephews, but they're one of my very, very best girlfriends. Her sons are police officer. I mean, very best girlfriends, as in, if anything happened to me, she takes care of my daughter. Okay, that's how close we are. One of my very, very best girlfriends, she's a police officer. And while there are some bad police officers out there, every cop is not bad because we do need law and order in our country. So to throw all police officers that they're all PIGS and they're all bad, I just think that that is unfair, and we need to make that separation. Because first of all, if anything happened to you, first thing you don't do is pick up the phone and call 911. You need somebody to come and help you and stuff like that. Okay. So, girl, Black YouTube is in an uproar because now everybody, not everybody, a lot of people is going at the Thai girl that you was wrong, you shouldn't have said that, you shouldn't have done that, and so on and so forth. And then the other people that supporting her is now mad at the big Black YouTuber, the guy, and say, oh my God, you shouldn't have said that. No, you're telling people not to support her and blah, blah, blah. So, girl, I'm just over here sipping my tea because, you know, I'm just watching. I don't say no alcohol in. Now, I told you this story to tell you that how when somebody had messaged me that I needed to speak up and say something in support, and I was like, oh, something's a little off for me. Something's a little off because, you know, I'm not first generation. I'm an immigrant. So this girl has issues, has problem with immigrants. Now, what would I have looked like making a video to support this girl when she have problem with immigrants? She hate us. She hate immigrants. She's probably one of those people who feel like we come here and take the jobs, and and stuff like that. Of course, me and my brothers, my father, I will tell you, if my father had a good wife, my father could have been a multimillionaire. Okay. My father had maybe a second or third grade um reading comprehension. But when I say my father was a businessman, I mean, I remember being 12 years old, reading his letters, writing his letters, signing his checks for him, and stuff like that. And of course, my brothers and I were all, educated, jobs, career, family, and so on and so forth. So, girl, I'm just glad. That's why you had to listen to the Holy Spirit, because I was a little bit mm, mm, mm. And here to come to find out that this girl has issues with immigrants, to say we really don't have anything to say about what's going on in the United States. That's not true. We do have something to say. We are a big part of this society, and our stories are similar. And the only people I will make excuse for are those Africans that they don't really like. Those Africans that's working for Plantation Pearl, they're still colonized. You know what I mean? They don't see anything wrong with what she said, because they don't know our story. As a matter of fact, a lot of those Africans just coming here, they hate Black Americans, right? I don't understand it. They despise Black Americans, as if the Black Americans got on the boat by themselves and came here and forgot our homeland. No, we were stolen. And I'm saying we because I'm from the Caribbean. We were stolen. We're not there because we wanted to not be there. We were stolen from them. But anyways, girls, so just the Plantation Pearl tried to get Sarah Garvey channel canceled, but I am so glad. I am so glad that people kind of band together and support. And I was telling him, create a backup channel, so he created a backup channel and stuff like that. Now, I didn't do too much of a video for him either, because he was also saying things about Black Americans. And I'm really not with anybody saying anything about Black Americans or people from the Caribbean. We were stolen from our land. So, you know what I mean? Even though I do listen to him and I listen to some of his content, and maybe by him getting so much support from Black Americans that he will start to rethink some of those things he was saying. But I really do believe, because he spent time with Plantation Pearl and he's believing some of those things. But anyways, let me know what you think. Are you following up? Do you know what's going on, child? It's funny to me. It's funny to me because the manosphere is in an uproar. People going against each other. This one saying this one saying that one. Anyways, I love you. I don't have time to do Married at First Sight, but I'll do it later. Check out my shorts today, though. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.